Guys, welcome back to another video. I know we've already done the carpet lining, we've already done the windows, we've already done the floor. Now it's time to move on to the roof. Now as you can see, I've already stripped all the panels off, all the way to the front. So basically my plan is I want to use a bit of sound deadening, a little bit of sound deadening on the roof, and then I'm going to carpet line the panels, put them back on, we're good to go. Now instead of using grey like Amphracut grey that I have done on the sides here, I'm going to be using black for the roof panels. So bought myself a 4-way stretch in black, a load of trim fix, and hopefully this doesn't take too long. After I've done all the roof panels, if I've got enough fabric left over, which hopefully I have, I also want to trim the plastics around the drivers and above there for the A-pillar. And then finally, once all the roof panels are on, the last thing I need to actually know before the roof panels go on, I need to extend this cable here. So this is the wiring for the light that sits about here on the roof. I am adding a second one on this side. I've bought 2 new lights, so I'm going to do the same at the back. So there's going to be 2 here, 2 back there. Should really light up this interior nicely and kind of look sort of OEM stockish. But yeah, I've got new connectors. I'm going to extend these wires across to this side, solder it all together, and hey presto, you're never going to know. So I've got my knife, I've got the worst roller ever made, and let's just throw some sound deadening up. Say hello to one of my quite badly damaged panels, but this isn't the worst one. It's got a small chip here, but this isn't too bad. It's just very marked. This is actually the worst one of the 2. I had a big chunk taken out of it. That's right above the driver's head. I don't know why that's the only really badly damaged bit. The rest of it's quite scuffed, but it's not really missing any parts to it. But anyway, use a bit of foil tape, try to sort of tape it back on so that I can carpet over the top and it won't be too obvious. I can't see a good enough reason to replace the whole panel when it's just got a little mark out of it, and I'm going to cover it with carpet anyway. Hopefully the carpet hides it quite well, but we'll see. Now I am struggling with weather slightly. It seems to rain, stop, rain, stop, rain, stop. It's been doing that for the last, I don't know, 4 hours. So it's slowing me down quite a lot, but let's get this carpet lined. Hopefully get the other one carpet lined, getting in the van as quick as possible. Well, I'm missing a couple of clips. I've got one here, one over there, and one over there. I just don't have enough. I'm 3 clips short, but I have tried to position them strategically so that it shouldn't be too hard when I get the new clips in, just to pull a little bit, trim down, put the clip in and push it back up again.
and there we go. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. This roof's been up for about a year now, and I still haven't finished it. And I haven't finished it because I've been really lazy and unmotivated to finish it, to be honest, because I didn't know how to finish it. Obviously, I fitted all the lights, everything's working, done all the bulbs, and I've been, you know, it's been nice having the roof lining up for the last year. There's been one thing that's been really, really annoying, and you've probably seen it in a whole bunch of my videos that I've done recently, but this bit here doesn't stay up, because there's supposed to be a strip that runs along here that goes between the front and mid panels to hold it in place. There is also this strip here, which is just the mid panel and the back panel, and runs between them, and that sort of makes them join, and that has been here, but not very well. Not only is obviously it being grey absolutely hideous, but the clips, they're too short, so the carpet liner has made the gap between the plastic and the bodywork too far, and the clips just don't reach anymore. So I did have a solution. That solution was to everywhere where there's sort of this diamond shaped hole thing here, I was going to put a riv nut in there, and then basically drill a hole through the plastic that goes across the two, and then put a little 8mm or 6mm bolt in there to hold it all up. But I couldn't work out how I was going to make it look nice. And then it was sort of one thing after another project gets in the way of another project, and now it's a year later and I still haven't finished the roof. That's going to change. So first things first, the grey has got to go. This is disgusting. I did have a go at gloss black. This is just straight out of rattle can. Didn't try too hard, and I'm glad I didn't, because to be honest, it chipped immediately and I don't like it. I don't think it fits having a shiny gloss against a carpeted roof. So I've picked up some rubberized black from Halfadini's, and yeah, going to give this a go. First of all, going to give them a quick wash, give the gloss one a little sand, and then yeah, let's see how this turns out. Right then, while that's drying, I'm going to show you the other thing that's going to fix this roof. So this little thing here is the clip that holds the that plastic strip into the roof. It just clips into these little black bracket things here. That's it, easy as fuck. They just clip into place. But the problem with them is they're too small, like I said earlier. Now, obviously the bolt issue, I couldn't work out how I was going to make it look nice. And then I discovered this. This is my 3D printed model of a extended version of the original clip. As you can see, this is the original. It's got a small little shoulder on it, and then the extended one has a much bigger shoulder. I actually found this kit had a sort of slightly extended one, this one, and then an even longer one, depending on what you needed. But this is the one that suits me. This is the extended plus 3mm, and I know this works because I've tested it already. But I only printed a few, so I need to print some more now. So let's do that. So since that's now printing, we've got to wait for that. We've got to wait for the paint to dry. I'm going to leave a link in the description on that file that has the extended bits in it, so you can print your own if you want to. If you don't have a 3D printer, there might be some online or something, I don't know. But it's well, a 3D printer is worth it. Alright, so it's 4 hours later. The clips have finally all printed, and I've got, I think, 16 of them. I printed with support for some reason. The first time I printed these, I didn't print with support and they were fine, but I didn't print enough, so I printed more now. But make sure, if you're going to do this, you print way too many, because they do break quite easily. Once they're in, they're great, but just when you're trying to get them in, they do snap. I've printed them with ABS. Maybe some of the other materials would be better, but it's what I had lying around, so that's what I've gone with. So here are the freshly painted joining strip things, and this is so much better than before. That gloss black just didn't work at all, and this rubberized stuff is really good. And it says it doesn't chip, I guess because it's rubberized, but the finish is perfect. I look a bit white now that I've had the installation in here, but yeah, let's put it up and see how it looks. So I do the back one first. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clips. And they just slide into this channel thing like that. See that? Slide in. And just try and space them out so they're kind of close. Something like that. And yeah, I think from memory, I just started at one side, clipped it in, and moved round. Very satisfying. This, I should have left it longer, the paint ain't dry. I should have left it longer. No. And that one snapped off anyway. Snapped off. We'll come back to this. Maybe I'll let it dry overnight. Alright, well, see you tomorrow. Morning. Right, so where do we get to? Need to finish putting this up. I'm sure it's weird, this stuff, it still feels wet. Right, so I did break a couple of these clips, like I said, would probably happen. So fingers crossed this time I'm not going to break a clip. I'm going to try and put this in. Oh yeah. Ugh. A little disappointed. Right, so this paint is meant to be like rubberized paint. That's what it says it is. And it also says it takes 24 hours to dry. Well, although it hasn't been exactly 24 hours, it's pretty much there. And I mean, I am leaving fingerprints in it every time I touch it. Maybe I've done something wrong, but that seems a little weird. I guess I could have put it on too thick, maybe. But I'm a little bit gutted because otherwise, before I got fingerprints in it, I thought it looked great. Really good. I was really happy with it. I was going to start thinking about painting everything else, like maybe the light surrounds. I'll put the front on and see how I feel, but I like the colour. The colour's really nice. It's just a shame about the fingerprints. So I think the front one's been a lot more successful. There are still a few little fingerprints in it, but this paint just doesn't seem to dry. Mate, and look, I've got paint on me, and my hands were clean before I started, so it can only have come off the strip. So I don't understand this paint. I might have to Google it because it doesn't make sense right now. But guys, there we have it. The roof is, well, it's in place. Yeah, the strips are done. I think it looks great. There's still a ton of work to do in here in terms of all the horrible grey plastics that all need to change. I did do the window surround, which I'll show you now. Now, after doing that window surround, a couple of days later it did pull away and it ended up falling off. I've actually used some epoxy glue. The Velcro strips weren't sticking to the surround bit, so I've glued them on, and it's been like this now for, I don't know, about 3-4 weeks, and no problem. So yeah, a bit of epoxy glue to hold that Velcro onto the fiberglass surround, and yeah, it's just, I'm kind of I'm a little bit disappointed. I only had enough black, I didn't have enough grey to do this, so it's black and not grey, but at the same time, I don't think you notice. So that is going to be it for this video. One step closer to finishing off the interior of this, and obviously at some point we've got to start on the outside, get rid of all this shocking paintwork. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed it, and hopefully the next video won't take me a whole year to finish. So if you have, thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.